Happy Wednesday. Welcome to KX News on the Go. I'm Chance Stickland.
And I'm Amber French.
A person is dead after a fire at a home in Washburn.
According to the McLean County Sheriff's Department, a fire was called in at around 1 a.m. on Monday morning at the 1100 block of Main Avenue. Emergency crews arrived within minutes, forcing their way into the home, and they took out a lone person inside, a 65-year-old man. They began life-saving measures immediately, but while the man was being taken to the hospital, authorities say he died in transit, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation.
2 people are also hurt after a crash east of Dunn Center. The crash blocked that road for almost 5 hours.
According to Highway Patrol, just after 8 this morning, a semi-truck driven by a 29-year-old Mississippi man crossed the center line and collided with another semi-truck. That semi-truck, driven by a 63-year-old Fargo man, tipped onto its side and slid into a ditch. Yeah, both drivers were life-flighted with what authorities are calling serious injuries. Now, that road again was blocked by the truck, but traffic was rerouted until that scene had cleared up. Also this morning, KX News is your local election headquarters. Tuesday, Steve Marquardt announced he is running for mayor of Bismarck. That's right. Marquardt previously served on the Bismarck Public School Board as well as the Bismarck City Commission. He's the second candidate to announce a bid for that spot. Current Mayor Mike Schmitz announced earlier this month he is also seeking re-election. Marquardt says his top issues will be property taxes and addressing homelessness. Now, the election for the Bismarck mayor will be held on Tuesday, June 9th. Good morning, Andre.
And good morning to you too, you guys. And it looks like somebody is traveling here in the great city of Watford City right now with those partly cloudy conditions. And guess what? Our current temperature is at 63 degrees and the winds are out of the west at 7 miles per hour. But as we head over into the Garrison area, we're also seeing those partly cloudy conditions with a temperature of 57 degrees and the winds are out of the south at 7 miles per hour. And that's going to be quite crucial throughout the day today, because guess what, that is still going to allow for us to see the warm temperatures, but also we do have those spotty shower chances for our western tier counties, and we will be watching those breezy winds as well. Now, the reason why is because we have this pesky area of high pressure just continuing to unleash the warmth from the south towards our neck of the woods, and that is just going to continue here over the next couple days. And we have this cold front that is just to our west here, is bringing a little bit of instability in the atmosphere, and that is allowing for us to see some shower activity this morning in the eastern side of Montana, and even some scattered showers and around Killdeer and Dickinson. And this area of showers will continue to move its way towards the east over time. Now, looking at our precision cast, that is really illustrated quite well right now, is initializing things pretty good, and that is going to continue to move its way towards the east. By the time we get into lunchtime, it's really going to be impacting places like Williston into Dickinson and in between there. And once we get into around our afternoon hours, that is where those conditions will start to dry on up, and we will see those partly cloudy conditions otherwise. Now, looking at our current temperatures right now, our temperatures are mainly in the 60s and even a few 50s out there, including 65 degrees there in Mobridge, folks. And this is just going to be the beginning of the warm temperatures throughout the day today. In fact, we're going to be seeing those temperatures climb up into the mid 70s to mid 80s, and these temperatures are going to be running about 10 to 15 to 20 degrees above normal for this time of year, folks. So please make sure that you're still taking care of yourself, because this is some warm temperatures that we really don't expect this time of year, folks. So this is going to be taking us for a ride for sure. But overnight tonight, things are going to be looking a little bit better with temperatures dropping down into the 40s and the 50s. So it's just going to be a little cooler tonight. So you'll be able to have that windows open tonight, get us some good, cool, fresh air. But once we get into our winds, they are out of the south and east about 5 to 15 miles per hour. And that is going to continue to allow for us to see those warm temperatures throughout the day today. And we're seeing a more of a westerly flow in our western tier counties, but that's going to turn back into the south once we get later on into the day today. Now, our winds will be on the breezy side around 20 to 30 miles per hour throughout our afternoon hours, especially in our central tier counties here. But once we get into the evening, we will be seeing those breezy winds winds kind of come to an end, which is going to be really good to see. We don't want the wind to kind of ruin our parade, if you know what I mean. But looking here on Thursday, we're going to be seeing those temperatures warm up into the mid 80s here and around the Williston area. And once we get into our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, look at that, folks. Temperatures will drop down into the 70s for our Friday with rain chances on the increase, and that will continue into our Saturday and Sunday. But guess what? Temperatures will drop down into the 60s for our Saturday and then 50s as we head into our Sunday. So that's going to be wild to see, especially how warm it's been over the past several days. And that same thing goes for Dickinson as well, with 70s for our Friday. And once we get into our Saturday, temperatures will drop down into the 60s and then into the 50s on Sunday, with those rain chances again on the increase. Now looking here in the Magic City, we're going to be seeing 80s today, 80s tomorrow, and we will be seeing those temperatures in the 70s for our Friday with those small chances of rain, and then they'll really increase as we head into our weekend, with temperatures dropping down into the 60s by Saturday and 50s as we head into our Sunday. And then once we get into our Monday and Tuesday, we're going to continue to see those 50s with mainly sunny skies coming back into the forecast. And that same thing goes here in the capital city too, with a low 80 for Friday. So it looks like today is going to be again another summer-like day for October.
84 Thursday, which is tomorrow, and then 54 on Monday. That is a wild temperature drop there. So make sure you bundle up and prepare accordingly. For Amber, Andre, I'm Chance. For everyone here at KX News, let's make it a great day.